Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So you guys, we are getting ready for a snow event here in Eastern North Carolina. It's very, very rare that we get snow here at the beach, but we're getting it. And so because we can't really go outside and do things, I thought, why not check to see what seeds I could be working with for my upcoming spring garden because I have time and I'm in the house. So I did a little internet research and found the things that I could actually sow indoors. And I'm going to give seed sowing another shot. I tried it last year, but I really wasn't set up for it. I would say that I'm not really set up for it this year as far as I don't have a grow room or a greenhouse that will protect the seeds. But I am going to use what I have, which is my laundry room, and I'm going to give this a whirl. So I've been collecting seeds for a very, very long time, a couple of years, I would say. Try to get them when they're off season, or I've bought, seeds during the season. I didn't use them all. So this is my modest collection of seeds that I am going through. You're going to currently see them in this little bucket. This is my seed sorting system, not the best system. I'm going to have to update this. However, it's working for now. And here are all the seeds that I pulled. I think I got some of these from Amazon. I got some of these from Lowe's. All those ones with the blue are ones I got from an Amazon pack. Anything in a brown packet is seeds I saved from my garden. And then the burpee seeds, I think they came from Walmart or Lowe's Foods. I meant Lowe's Home Improvement. I'm sorry, Lowe's Home Improvement. So Jackson and I did go to Lowe's and pick up a bag of garden soil and a bag of black cow manure. And I have to figure out a way to mix all of this. And so I just took a regular size trash bag and I'm opening up the garden soil. We're actually also going to take the extra and start our soil barrel for the year because we are out of soil in there. Mr. Jerome is bringing us some soil for the regular garden beds, and so we'll be prepping those for him to come and do some work for us in February. So here I am just putting the soil in this trash bag. I'm going to get as much soil as I can in this bag. And you'll see Jackson is helping me do some of this because sister worked on this day. And typically if sister works, we try to just let her rest a little. She does help around and do some things. She didn't help on this particular project. It was just Jackson and I. So I'm sending him outside to go and grab the soil barrel out of the garden. This is prior to the snowstorm, just so we can have it on the back porch for ease of accessibility and use when I want to fill up, my things. And so here I'm just showing you that I've gotten all my soil in, and very shortly I'm going to put in my black cow manure. I'm just using my hands to fluff it up a little bit. And now I'm going to add in that black cow manure. I always use black cow manure as my fertilizer. I also have some other nutrients for the soil, but I felt like this would be fine just for the beginning seeds. I do have some compost that I wish I would have put in there. Vigo Garden did send me a kitchen composter, a counter composter, and it was going at the time and I didn't have any ready, so I didn't put any in. And then here I am getting ready to prep these seed boxes. So these that you see here, I got from Vigo Gardens. Thank you, Vigo, for being such a great long-term garden partner with us here at One Mom. They sent me these seed starting trays, which are actually really nice. And I like these because they come in an 8 bundle. Like I put 8 seeds in each bundle and I can individualize. I can move them around and they all have their own individual domes. So I got 8 in this set. I got 2, 4, 6, 8. And then I got, you can do 8 seeds in each pod. So that's going to give me the ability to do 64 different seeds. And if you notice that beneath it, I have a seed tray. And so that's how we're each of these have holes under the bottom. And so we're going to feed from the bottom or water from the bottom. That way, I'm not worried about getting my leaves damaged by spraying the leaves. And someone was asking me, how am I going to deal with mold and mildew on your soil? And I'm thinking that if I can water from the bottom, that will help the top not be moist. I'm going to do some more research because I'm just new at this and I don't know all the answers. I know that I tried last year. I didn't give it my most perfect effort, but I did try. Now, because I wanted to get more seeds than just those 64 started, I actually bought this seed cell starter from Lowe's. There's 72 little cells here. And what I was thinking, and I watched Becky last year from Acre Homestead do her seeds. And as good as a gardener as she is, she had some seeds that didn't germinate. And so I thought, hey, if something doesn't germinate in that first tray, then at least maybe I'll have better luck. The more I plant, maybe I'll be able to have more, more germination, more seeds come up that I can have the pick of my choice. I want to have an amazing garden this year, enough that I can share with my neighbors. We did share some out of our garden last year, but not nearly as much as I would have liked. And then some of my neighbors did have gardens as well. Now, the only difference in this tray versus the Vigo garden trays is if you see over to my right-hand side, those are the domes that go over the Vigo gardens. This tray does not have its own, individual domes. It's just one over the top. But the underneath of this is where the watering tray is. And that tray is a little bit deeper than the one from Vigo Garden. We'll see how they both do, but I was thankful to be able to have at least a comparison. Now I'm just taking a paper towel and go ahead and collecting any loose soil that was left on the table. And we're going to just catch that in our tray, and we'll dump it in the soil barrel that Jackson has actually brought outside. We've already put the extra soil outside in the soil barrel. I've mixed it up real good, and now Jackson's just going over this floor with the vacuum. And of course, there is Gwen and Gracie. I thought I'd leave the girls in the video since you rarely see Gracie. Gracie is not a video vixen, but Gwen, on the other hand, loves to have her picture taken, and she will find any opportunity to make her way into the camera. Gracie does not like the vacuum cleaner and avoids it as much as possible. Gwen does not care about it. So with that being said, I like to kind of clean as I go. I know some people kind of do all the work and then clean later. I can't deal with a whole lot of chaos in my space. So I am wiping off the table with some table cleaner. And again, I just thought I'd leave the girls in there. Now, here's what I chose to plant. Out of my modest seeds, I found some tomatoes and some peppers and some onions. I was ecstatic about being able to have 8 plants of each of those things. And then we were going to share. Jackson had 72, so he'd have a few more. And we found, like I said, tomatoes, peppers, and onions. But if you look on top of the deep freezer in that big tote, one of my subscribers, Miss Kim, Nurse Kim, sent me a whole big thing of seeds that she had found different at the end of the season, whatever, I think some of them came from Dollar General. Some of them are M.I. Gardener. Some of them are Urban Seed Company. There's a lot of seeds in there. My little modest seeds, mild in comparison. Right over Jackson's shoulder, you'll see my little bin. That's what I got. And behind Jackson's head, you'll see what Kim sent me. Now, one of the things I do want to get started, and I have not, are some flowers. Flowers to be able to put into the garden, as well as some herbs. I want to do some basil, and I want to do some oregano. Some of the things that are natural pest deterrents for my tomatoes. And I want to plant a lot of them. I have garlic already in the garden because we did that in November. I hope it's going to fare well through this snowstorm. But I want to get a lot of pest deterrents in my garden so that I could do more holistic, natural, organic gardening without gardening without having to put a lot of pesticides out there. We do wash our veggies and things before we use them, but I really would love to do kind of holistic organic gardening. But again, I'm a novice gardener. I think this is our 5th or 6th year gardening, and it's been nothing comparative to some that I've seen. I'm just getting my hands wet a little bit. I enjoy this. This is a downtime for me. And here I am, because those domes are plastic and clear, writing which is what's in each little box. And then Jackson is doing his seeds. And so I'm just trying to keep a track of what I planted. I did some onions, I did some peppers, I did tomatoes, and Jackson did some of the same. And so we want to just keep a good running track. I do want to see what we can put up. If we do onions, I'm not sure that I'll have enough to store for a year, or I don't even have the space for that, but I could pickle them, I could caramelize them, and then can them, and we would be able to build our stock of canning items that way. Jackson's a trooper, always helping me do things. And a lot of times I'm planting stuff with Jackson in mind. Jackson is my chef. He likes to experiment with this food and this herb and that herb. He's a very creative cook. And I want to be able to, nurture that as much as I can. So here I am taking those, my trays are done, so I'm putting them in this laundry room. We've cleared out a shelf for it, and Jackson is getting his seeds started while he watches his video. I believe in multitasking. As long as he's helping me, it's perfectly fine. He does very well. He actually ends up writing in all the names and helping me figure out, hey, if my little dome gets missing or gets turned around some type of way, how do I figure out what's what? And Jackson came up with, the very good solution. And then here he is just watering. So you see where he just lifts up the cell, and then he's able to water it into the tray, and it just sits on top of the water. I think 3-4 days, depending on which tray. Definitely my Vigo garden tray, I have to water a little bit more often because it doesn't hold as much water. And I was transferring it to a different spot the other day, and I did the big slosh. I went around a corner and all of the water spilled out, but none of the seedlings did. So anywho, there it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.